The Raccoons is a Canadian animated television series which was originally broadcast from 1985 to 1992, with 3 preceding television specials from its inception in 1980, and 1 direct-to-video special in 1984. The franchise was created by Kevin Gillis with the cooperation of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Synopsis: the series revolves around Bert Raccoon and married couple Ralph and Melissa Raccoon, of whom Bert is a friend and roommate. The series mostly involved the trio's efforts against the industrialist forces of greedy aardvark millionaire Cyril Sneer, who usually tries to destroy the forest for a quick buck. However, the Raccoons would always save their forest from Cyril's schemes, with help from their forest friends including Schaefer, a gentle sheepdog, Cedric, Cyril's college graduate son, and Sophia Tutu, Cedric's girlfriend. But, as the show progressed, Cyril became more of a sympathetic character, eventually becoming an anti-hero. Lessons featured in the show mainly included environmentalism, but also included other lessons, including friendship and teamwork. History: the Raccoons franchise was originally conceived by Kevin Gillis in the 1970s, while appearing in shows like Celebrity Cooks and Yes You Can. The initial idea for the show was created by Gillis and columnist Gary Dunford. Dunford backed out, but Gillis took his idea to Ottawa lawyer Sheldon S. Wiseman, who saw a potential in Gillis' idea and put together a large group, animators, musicians, and writers, to create the first special to star the characters known as the Christmas Raccoons. Production on the special began in 1979 and completed in 1980, and the special was shown on the December of that same year on CBC television. It was also shown in countries around the world, including the United States and the United Kingdom. The special was a huge hit and resulted in 2 sequel specials: The Raccoons on Ice and The Raccoons and the Lost Star, and a direct-to-video special, The Raccoons, Let's Dance. In 1981, United States TV networks CBS, NBC and ABC approached Sheldon Wiseman about producing a 13-episode Raccoons TV series. In 1984, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation and the Disney Channel began funding on the TV series, which cost about $4.5 million to make. In the United States, the show was run on the Disney Channel from July 4, 1985 to August 28, 1992. In Canada it was shown on CBC on Sunday evenings in a block consisting of The Wonderful World of Disney and Fraggle Rock. Music. The series had a new wave soundtrack including the theme song Run With Us by cast member Lisa Lougheed, which was covered by Spray in 2004. Season 1 ended with a different version of the song, not sung by Lougheed. Run With Us was performed in Season 1 by Steve Lunt. In the first season the French-Canadian singer Luba performed several songs, several of which were later re-recorded by Lougheed for use in other seasons. There were also several other songs performed by other musicians such as Rita Coolidge and Rupert Holmes, who performed songs for the first special, Leo Sayer and Coolidge again for the second, and John Schneider and Dottie West for the last TV special. Rory Dodd, the Dio Brothers, and several other musicians also had songs performed, although somewhat rarely compared to the aforementioned people. The earlier version of Run With Us, like quite a few of the other songs from the Raccoons, were never officially released. The songs from the first 2 specials were released on the album Lake Freezer The Raccoons songtrack in 1983. A soundtrack for the 4th special was released in 1984, but featured vocals from Frank Floyd and Hank Martin to replace John Schneider. 9 of the songs from the series featured on Lougheed's 1988 album Evergreen Nights, though Lougheed only sang some of the songs, while some were sung by other artists. The French version of Run With Us, as well as most of Luba and Lisa Lougheed's songs, was performed by the French-Canadian singer Jeannot Bergeron, with Run With Us being renamed in French to Viens Vis Nous. The instrumental music was composed by Kevin Gillis and John Stroll and performed largely by the National Arts Centre Orchestra from Ottawa, Canada. Some of the instrumental cues heard in the series were actually recorded for the Raccoons and the Lost Star and reused. Only 2 of the instrumental tunes have ever been released officially. Animation, from 1979 to 1985. Canadian animation company Atkinson Film Arts provided the animation for the 4 specials and first season of the show. In 1986, after producing the first 11 episodes, Hinton Animation Studios took over to animate the remaining seasons of the show. Characters Heroes Bert Raccoon, the main hero of the show. He is Ralph and Melissa's houseagist and is their best friend from childhood. An energetic raccoon with a lot of imagination, Bert always likes to seek out adventure and to live life to the fullest. Ralph Raccoon and Melissa Raccoon, Dottie West, Linda Ferg and Susan Roman, the happily married couple who live in the rare condominium with their houseagist Bert. Ralph is also the founder of the Evergreen Standard. Melissa is the more sensible of the 3 and is always there to give the boys a push in the right direction. Cedric Sidney Sneer and Marvin Goldhaw, Cyril Sneer's nerdy son and Bert Raccoon's best friend, and heir to the Sneer fortune. Schaefer, a large sheepdog, who is friends with the Raccoons. Originally portrayed as slow and dim-witted in the original specials, he quickly became one of the brightest characters on the show, and eventually opened the Blue Spruce Cafe as a bartender and assists with the Raccoons' paper's technical needs. Brew, a sheepdog puppy who seems to favor Bert as his owner in later seasons after the human characters were dropped from the show. Sophia Tutu, Cedric's ditzy girlfriend, who is a superb swan glider and diver. She was phased out of the show in later years. Villains Cyril Sneer, the main villain of the series. Cyril is an aardvark, with a long, pink nose, a ruthless and greedy businessman and Cedric's father. Although Cyril starts off villainous, he later softens up, although he is still greedy. Despite his money-grubbing ways, he's shown to genuinely love his son and tries grooming him to take over the family business. Snag, Cyril and Cedric Sneer's pet dog. He has blue fur and a nose similar to his owner's. The pigs, Keith Hampshire, Len Carlson, and Fred Little, Cyril's 3 bumbling henchmen and assistants. They are almost never referred to by name, listed as Pig 1, 2 and 3 in the credits. The Bears are Cyril Sneer's additional henchmen, workers, soldiers, spies, etc. Mr. Knox, an acquaintance of Cyril Sneer, a southern crocodile business mogul. He is married to Lady Baden Baden, and owner of the TV company KNOX TV. Milton Midas, an eagle businessman and scam artist. Robin Steele, a weasel and a sleazy con artist who along with his son Rod set up bogus races which are fixed to allow them to claim the prize money. Other characters Forest Ranger Dan, Leo Sayer, John Schneider, Kevin Gillis, and Murray Crunchley. He is the caretaker of the Evergreen Forest, as well as the father of Tommy and Julie and owner of Schaefer and Brew during the specials and Season 1. Tommy and Noam Zilberman, Forest Ranger Dan's son and one of Schaefer and Brew's original owners as well as Julie's little brother. Julie and Vanessa Linders, Forest Ranger Dan's daughter and one of Schaefer and Brew's original owners as well as Tommy's older sister. Mr. Mammoth, a rhinoceros who is the richest, most powerful character on the show. He speaks in incoherent mumbles which are translated by his assistant, Lady Baden Baden, a wealthy, melodramatic hen who eventually marries Mr. Knox. She was an actress in her old days, and now is an enthusiastic patron of the arts. Professor Witherspoon Smedley Smythe, a goat who runs the Evergreen Forest Museum. Dr. Canard, a duck who is Cyril's doctor. Mr. Willow, a polar bear who is the owner of Willow's General Store. Mrs. Suey Ellen Pig, the pig's mother. She appears in 2 episodes, Mom's the Word, where her name is revealed, and Promises. George and Nicole Raccoon, a couple who were once nomads. Bentley Raccoon and Stuart Stone, he's an expert with computers, and is a very typical younger kid, with a tendency to overemphasize his personal setbacks. He often favors Bert while Cyril Sneer thinks highly of him. Lisa Raccoon, Bentley's teenage basketball-playing sister, who becomes a prominent character in Season 5, after her first appearance in the Season 4 episode Spring Fever. She is a caricature of her voice actress. Cast: Len Carlson, Bert Raccoon / Boyd / Floyd / Mr. Knox / additional voices, Michael McGee, Cyril Sneer/Snag, Bob Dammer, Ralph Raccoon/Lady Baden/additional voices, Linda Fudge, Melissa Raccoon, Susan Roman, Melissa Raccoon/additional voices, Marvin Goldhar, Cedric Sneer/additional voices, Sharon Lewis, Sophia Tutu/Brew, Carl Barnes, Schaefer/Bears/Mr. Mammoth/Mr. Willow, Nick Nichols, Lloyd, Keith Hampshire, Lloyd, Murray Crouchley, Dan the Forest Ranger, Noam Zilberman, Tommy/Bentley Raccoon, Stuart Stone, Bentley Raccoon, Vanessa Lindors, Julie, Dan Hennessy, George Raccoon, Elizabeth Hanna, Nicole Raccoon. Lisa Lougheed, Lisa Raccoon, Jeffrey Winter, narrator. Additional voices Deborah McGrath, Nurse Peck, Leslie, Samaritan Sammy Sneer, Rick Jones, Mr. Mammoth's assistant Derek Durio, Lamborghini, Pauline Rennie, Aunt Gertie, Nonnie Griffin, Mrs. Pig, Bob Segerini, Woodchuck Berry, Barry Bailey, Troy Malone, Jeremiah McCann, Bonneville Knox, Peter Masaline, Tromboni, Kay Hawtrey, Miss Primrose, Bruno Gerossi, Edward Miller, Barbara From, Barbara Lafram, Teresa Sears, Ingrid Bellomer, Terence Scammell, Classmate No. 1, Tara Shireen Doff, Donna. Episodes. Home video releases. Embassy Pictures and its home video counterpart were responsible for releasing the specials and select episodes on home video from 1982 to 1994. Embassy also released the specials on Laserdisc format. Other distributors, such as Catalyst and Good Times, released some specials and episodes on VHS from in 1995 and 2001 to 2005. In the UK, Embassy Home Entertainment released the 4 Raccoons specials on VHS in the mid-80s, before the distribution rights went to Channel 5 Video in 1986. They re-released the 4 specials on video, as well as released another video called The Raccoons Big Surprise with 2 Season 1 episodes Surprise Attack, and Going It Alone. Then 3 videos with Season 2 episodes were released. The first 2 were by Picture Music International that included Double Play, and The Sweet Smell of Success on Volume 1, released in 1988, and then Blast from the Past, and Power Trip on Volume 2, released in 1989. Then Video Collection Limited released a 3rd tape which contained the episodes Stop the Clock, and The Artful Dodger in 1990. That same tape was re-released again by Video Collection Limited in 1991, as part of their Children's Club range. In 2003, Morning Star Entertainment had released the show on DVD for the first time. 2 9-episode box sets were released, each containing 3 discs that were also available separately. The discs were released without any region coding in NTSC format. The first set contained 9 of the 10 episodes from Season 2 and the second set contained the first 9 episodes of Season 3. The extras include character bios, a chance to create your own scene from the Raccoons and Raccoon A-Roma DVD-ROM content, like QuickTime animated sequences. Both sets are now out of print. A 2-disc Region 2 PAL DVD release of the complete Series 1 was released on September 17, 2007 through Fabulous Films Limited. The bonus features on Set 1 were duplicated from the Canadian release, mainly the creator scene and Raccoon A-Roma DVD-ROM content. They later released a DVD entitled 3 Adventures with the Raccoons on April 7, 2008. This DVD contained the first 3 episodes of Series 1 with no extras. Series 2 was released on April 20, 2009 by Fabulous Films Limited in another 2-disc set. DVD extras on the set include character model sheets and a documentary. On September 18, 2009, More Entertainment had released an 8-disc DVD set in Germany. It contained all 60 episodes and no extras. The language track is German only. On December 14, 2009, the first season of The Raccoons is released on iTunes in Canada. On April 19, 2010, the first season is also released on iTunes in the United States. The first 2 seasons are released on DVD and Flix in the United States in early 2010 and in Canada on August 2011. On November 29, 2013, More Entertainment in Germany had released a DVD featuring all 4 of the Raccoons specials on DVD. Like the complete series set, the only language track is German. Reception: The Raccoons was well received by critics. The New York Times, in its review for their second TV special, said the Raccoons are an adorable lot, supported nicely by an attractive production. Variety praised the third special, The Raccoons and the Lost Star, calling it a rollicking good adventure filled with space-age animation, high-tech gadgetry, lilting tunes, a lovable sheepdog, and the delightful Raccoons team. The show was nominated for many awards, including a Gemini Award for Best Sound and Best Writing, and won the Gemini for Best Animated Series. References. External links: The Raccoons at TV.com, The Raccoons at the Internet Movie Database, the unofficial Raccoons homepage.